the double life. By day, everyone knew her as Luna. Her mornings began with sunlight filtered through linen curtains, a ceramic mug angled just right for the camera, oat milk foaming into a heart. She spoke to her phone with the practiced warmth, telling hundreds of thousands of followers about intention, alignment, and choosing yourself. Comments bloomed like wildflowers, goals. You're glowing. I want your life. By night, by early morning, really, she was Marisol Reyes again, standing under the buzzing fluorescent lights of a 24-hour grocery store, tying an apron that smelled faintly of bleach and burnt coffee. The two lives never touched. That was the rule. Marisol learned early how to split herself cleanly. Her mother used to say it was a survival skill, like knowing when to be silent. Lunaville wore silk blouses and gold hoops, curated playlists and brand partnerships. Marisol wore non-slip shoes and a name tag that said Mari because it was easier for customers to pronounce. She stocked shelves, mopped spills, worked the register when someone called out sick. Minimum wage didn't stretch far, but it was steady, untraceable, and paid in direct deposit to an account no one else needed to know about. Every other Friday, Marisol transferred most of that paycheck to a different account, one under her aunt's name. From there, it paid for insulin, rent, school supplies, and the kind of groceries you buy when you count every dollar. Her brother, Diego, never asked where the money came from. Diego was 17, brilliant with numbers, and their mother had crossed the border with him, wrapped in blankets when he was 3. Marisol had been 8, old enough to remember the desert, the thirst, the way fear could make time stretch and warp. Their mother didn't survive long after an untreated infection. A hospital visit avoided too long. After that, Diego became Marisol's responsibility in all the ways that mattered. Now he lived with their Aunt Rosa, went to school, stayed invisible, no driver's license, no job, no mistakes allowed. Lunaville paid for everything Diego couldn't have. The irony wasn't de loci on her. She made her money selling an image of freedom travel vlogs, sponsored wellness retreats, talk of abundance mindset, while her real life revolved around restriction, caution, and the constant low hum of fear. She preached authenticity while hiding half her existence. Sometimes, while scrubbing gum off the floor at 3 a.m., Marisol would imagine filming it. Real life, she'd caption it. This is what hustle looks like, but she never did. Exposure was a luxury she couldn't afford. The grocery store manager, Phil, liked her. He called her dependable, which meant he gave her extra shifts and never asked questions. He didn't know she'd been awake since dawn, filming content, editing reels, answering emails from brands asking for deliverables and metrics. Her influencer income paid for her apartment, her clothes, her taxes. The grocery store paid for Diego's life. The line was clean until it wasn't. It happened on a Tuesday. Marisol was live streaming, talking about balance, when a comment flashed across the screen. Do you work at Mercado Mart? Her smile faltered for half a second. Most people wouldn't have noticed. The comment disappeared, buried under heart emojis, but her chest tightened. After the stream, she scrolled back. The username was unfamiliar. No profile picture. New posts. That night at work, she scanned faces with new attention. Every customer looked like a potential threat. She rang up groceries with hands that shook just enough to notice. On her break, she checked her phone. The DM waited. Saw you at work. Respect the grind. No threats. No demands. Just that. Still, she didn't sleep the next day. The fear was on T about her reputation. If people found out Lunaville worked a minimum wage job, it would be spun into a redemption arc, a think piece, a brand opportunity. The fear was collateral. Attention had gravity. It pulled in questions, investigations, curiosity, and curiosity was dangerous. She considered quitting the grocery store, but the numbers didn't work. Influencer income was volatile, algorithms changed, deals fell through. The grocery store was reliable. It was quiet. 2 weeks later, Diego called her, voice tight. Immigration was at the school, he said. Not for me, but they were there. Marisol sat on her bed, phone pressed to her ear, influencer ring light still glowing from an unfinished shoot. Are you safe? Yes, I left early. Tia Rosa says we should be careful. Careful. Always careful. That night, Marisol went to work and cried in the supply closet. Silent, efficient tears. She wiped her face, reapplied lip balm, went back Ochi. At 4 a.m., as she dragged the mop across the floor, she made a decision that terrified her more than fear itself. The next morning, Luneville went live. She didn't wear silt. She wore a plain t-shirt. The light was softer, imperfect. "There's something I've never shared," she said. Her voice shook. She let it. "I talk a lot about authenticity, about living your truth, and I haven't been doing that." She told them about the grocery store, about minimum wage, about living 2 lives. She didn't name Diego. She didn't say undocumented. She spoke carefully, but honestly. "I do this because someone I love can't," she said. "Because systems don't treat everyone the same. Because sometimes the life you show isn't the life that sustains you." The internet exploded. Some people unfollowed, others stayed. Many shared their own stories. The narrative spun itself, as it always did. But something unexpected happened to Monty Kaming. Not brand deals, but direct support. Messages offering help, lawyers, scholarships, resources. Marisol didn't trust it at first. She waited. She verified. She moved slowly. Months later, Diego got a scholarship through a private foundation. Not citizenship, not a miracle, but a path. Marisol still works at the grocery store. Few hours now. She still films, still edits, still balances. The double life never fully disappears. It just becomes lighter to carry. Sometimes, when she pours oat milk into her coffee, she misses the clean split. But then she remembers. Survival isn't supposed to be pretty. It's supposed to work. Ande ting. E dois.